I do believe that the only person that can really introduce James is Lauren. So come on up, Lauren.
A little shorter. Okay. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. Thank you, Stuart. Thank you to everybody for being here. This is amazing. And it's really overwhelming. I know I'm a teacher, but I am an introvert. So I usually talk in front of children, not adults. So I'm a little nervous. But it means the world to James and I to see all of you here and to look around the room and see completely diverse faces of people from different communities and different walks of life and different professions. And I think that just really goes to show who James is, right? Like, he's a person who brings people together, and we see that here. And he's always been this way. I met James my summer before my sophomore year of college in San Diego, California. I had heard of him already, but I remember even then seeing this really tall guy around campus with long hair and a lip ring. And he was always surrounded by people, even then. He drew people in. People wanted to be around him because they felt valued when they were around him, and they felt listened to when they were around him. Because James made people feel like they mattered. He's done this his whole life. He's always been a voice for people who don't have one or who need one. And he's shown continuously throughout his life that he deeply cares about others. But the people he cares the most about are myself and our children. And I know that with certainty. So before this event, I asked the kids, I said, hey, I'm going to talk about Dad. What do you want me to say? And my son said, well, Dad's just really caring. I was like, yep. And then my daughter, Isa, goes, well, I don't know. Dad's just like always there, you know? And I was like, yeah, I do know. Because never once in our 16-year marriage have I ever questioned whether we were his top priority. He's there for family dinners, movie nights, date nights, soccer games, rock climbing with our son, currently planning an incredible backpacking trip we're going to do over spring break. He's always there, and it's so clear how much he loves us, me and our kids. These are his values. This is who he is as a person. I can testify to that. And it's why I know that he is going to speak up for everyone in this room, for everyone in our communities, and for our county. I have zero doubt. That's because he really loves Anne Arundel County and its people and its communities. So on that note, I'd like to welcome to the stage my husband and your next county executive, James Kitchin.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, good afternoon. So I am James Kitchin, and I am here this afternoon to officially announce my candidacy to be your next county executive. First and foremost, I want to say a bunch of thank yous. So to my family, my lovely wife, Lauren, our two amazing children, Isa and Morgan, to my parents, my aunt, my uncle, thank you for always believing in me and being there for me and being willing to go on this journey with me. I could not do it without you. To Ms. Brown, to Martin Simon, Councilwoman Rodvian, County Executive Pittman, thank you for your kind words. They were truly humbling. To my campaign chair, Vincent Molden. Where's Vincent at? We can clap for that one. My treasurer, Dan Kavanaugh. and everyone else who has advised me over the past several months as we've gotten this campaign up and running, thank you. Your counsel has been invaluable. And to everyone in this room, thank you for being here. Like, there are many places you could be on a Saturday afternoon. The fact that you've all chosen to be here with me today is inspiring. So thank you. I am running to be your next county executive to elevate community voices in government decision-making so that the kitchen table issues that make our lives better are always at, that's right. We're gonna keep using that one. So that those issues are always at the forefront of everything that local government does. I grew up here. Lauren and I chose to move back and raise our family here. I want this to be the place where she and I will one day choose to retire, where our children might someday raise their families. But making Anne Arundel County the place where both current residents and future generations can thrive is going to take hard, intentional work. Where's Mike Shea? As my friend Mike Shea always says, this stuff doesn't happen by accident. That's why I've adopted the campaign slogan, your voice, our future. It's your voices that government must listen to and then be willing to collaborate with in meaningful ways. And we must recognize that the future of this county impacts all of us. We are all linked, and it is our collective future that we will forge together. Your voice, our future. My ties to this county, my education, and my professional experience have prepared me well to take on the role of county executive. Anne Arundel is my home. I grew up right here in Crofton. I played youth sports, was involved in local church, and graduated from Arundel High School. That's right. It's a great day to be a Wildcat, always. After high school, I attended Point Loma Nazarene University, where I studied business administration, and more importantly, where I met Lauren. Lauren and I then spent the first 7 years of our marriage living in Mexico City, where both of our children were actually born. That was an amazing experience. It taught me the value of immersing yourself in someone else's culture, the importance of always trying to view the world through the perspectives of others. It gave me a deep appreciation for the job that teachers do every single day, and it made me appreciate our summer visits back home to Anne Arundel, biking around Crofton Parkway, enjoying downtown Annapolis, and playing on the Severn River at my uncle's house. We then moved back to Anne Arundel about 10 years ago, when Issa was getting ready to start kindergarten, and Morgan was just a little tyke at Creative Gardens Nursery School right there in the Parkway. And it still amazes me that they're now students at Crofton Middle School and Crofton High School. I have had the unique experience of being able to couple doctoral work in public policy with the experience you get working in local government. And that on-the-ground education, it has been incredible. It is amazing how much there still is you can learn about a place that you have always been home. I have learned more about Anne Arundel County in the past 6 years than all of the 34 before that. And if you can do math, yes, that means that I'm 40. But residents, county staff, community leaders, including many of you in this room, you all have been my teachers. Jim Holman over here was literally my high school JV soccer coach. I have learned during my time working in the executive branch how critical listening to all of these diverse voices truly is. I have learned that our public servants in Anne Arundel County are second to none. They work tirelessly to ensure that our communities can be places where residents thrive. My administration will continue to invest in our employees and to provide the resources that they need to serve all of you. I have also learned that residents know their communities better than anyone. We have some of the best educated, most involved community members anywhere. And government always works better when we take the time to listen to our residents. I will take these lessons with me as I work to become your next county executive. But more importantly, I'll take the knowledge that you can always learn more when you take the time to be in community listening to residents. Because it's your voices that matter as we work to shape our collective future. It's that diversity of thought and perspective that matters, that we get when we make room at the table for everyone and then take the time to really listen to them. It's your voice, our future. While working in the executive branch over the past 6 years, I have dedicated myself to delivering real results for the people of this county. In the county executive's office, I restructured our largest team, the Office of Constituent Service or Community Engagement and Constituent Services, in order to make sure that government delivers better for its people. I worked alongside administration leadership to craft policies like the Forest Conservation Act to help preserve our environment for future generations. I see you got that. You can do that. And when our county faced an unprecedented global crisis, I stepped up and was the point person in our office coordinating COVID-19 vaccine distribution with the Department of Health, ensuring that equity was not just a talking point, but was a real pillar of our response. And I've consistently worked to solve the everyday problems that impact our residents, like stormwater management to reduce flooding and help protect our homes, and bringing traffic control devices to our neighborhoods so that communities and families can feel safe walking down their own streets. I put in all this work because I believe that government should be both proactive and responsive, focused on solutions that make life better for the people who call this county home. Because again, it's your voices that matter as together we shape the future of our county. So some of the issues that my campaign will focus on are education, public safety, traffic, walkability, bikeability, development, making our communities more affordable, which includes investing in community land trusts and social housing to deliver the affordable housing that our residents really need. But I'm going to spend a lot of time visiting and listening to communities to learn other ways that local government can help make your all's lives better. I will approach all of these issues and decisions through 3 key perspectives: community, equity, and the environment. These overarching values are the key principles that will guide both my campaign and my administration. Community. I fundamentally believe that meaningful collaboration with community members leads to improved outcomes and leads to a better understanding of our residents' needs. Addressing community level issues matters. It's important. It matters when we're able to preserve that historic property that adds both character and pride to a community. When we invest in community gardens that gets us all outside and together. When we can address neighborhoods' parking issues. When we can make it safe to walk or ride a bike to our local park, grocery store, or the library. Those community level issues are really important because government is not just about what's written on paper. It's not about how many bills we pass, the number of positions that we've budgeted for, or the plans that we've put together. We need all those things, and we need them to be really good. But it's really about understanding how our laws and policies are implemented and the impact that they have, the tangible impacts that they have on all of our lives that matters the most. Equity. Equity ensures that everyone has meaningful access to the services that local government provides. It's about making sure that everyone can access and live out the American dream. It's about meeting people where they are. This is not a radical agenda. It's common sense, and it is the heart of good government. Inequity wastes resources by utilizing a one-size-fits-all approach to delivering government services that some people cannot use and might not even need. It happens when we don't know our communities or when we don't take the time to collect data to inform our decision-making. Inequity is ineffective and it's inefficient. We do not parent that way, we don't teach that way, we don't coach sports that way, or run businesses that way, and we will not start governing that way. The environment. Some of my earliest memories are of crabbing on the Chesapeake Bay with my grandfather. And I've been told that my first solid food might have been lump crab meat that my grandma slipped me when I was sitting in a high chair in her kitchen. This Chesapeake region is one of the most beautiful slices of God's green earth, and we all have a sacred obligation to conserve and restore our environment. How we choose to develop and conserve our lands directly impacts the quality of our air, our waters, and our climate. I believe that land use policy is environmental policy. Housing policy is environmental policy. Transportation, agriculture, open space, energy policies, they are all environmental policies. Because how we build, maintain, service, transport, and fuel our communities has long-lasting impacts. That's why we must choose to build the right projects in the right places for the right reasons. We must create communities that are resilient to climate change and guarantee access to clean air and clean water for all of our neighborhoods, especially those that have been most impacted by past poor land use decisions. We must guarantee that we protect our last remaining open spaces and that we plant new green spaces for everyone to enjoy. And we must work relentlessly to heal our rivers and the Chesapeake Bay. Community, equity, environment. Your voice, our future. The last thing I want to leave you with this afternoon is that I fully intend to win, and I see a clear path to victory. It will take lots of hard work, but the path is there, and together we're going to take it. We will defend the human rights of all our residents, regardless of their race, religion, income, ability, immigration status, or gender identity. But we will still focus on those everyday kitchen table issues that make our lives better. We do not have to choose between the two. We can do both, and we will. Because we'll intentionally build coalitions instead of driving wedges between different groups of people. And I am proud to be the first candidate in Anne Arundel County history to run for county executive using the new public campaign finance option. By running a campaign that is powered by people, we are showing that government can be accountable to communities, not just big donors. This approach is not just about funding, it's about building a movement that brings more voices into the process, that makes our democracy stronger, and that lays the foundation for a winning coalition for years to come. Because it's the campaign slogan in action. It's your voice that matters, not just those of big corporations. And it's your voice that matters, not just those of large donors. And it's your voice that matters, not those of political action committees. Your voice, our future. Oftentimes, these grassroots movements are viewed as naive. That is not the case here. We have the values that will drive us to work for our people, but we will have the resources it takes to get our message out, and we have the experience and expertise to make sure that government delivers on these goals. This is a winning combination. I'm going to put in the work. I know my family's with me, but we need all of you to come along with us too. We really can't do it without you. This campaign is going to be won in living rooms, at community events, in the conversations that you have with your neighbors. We need you to host a house party, volunteer for events, make phone calls, sign up to door knock. To qualify to receive the public matching funds, I have to raise $40,000 in those smaller denominations and receive donations from 500 individual county residents. So please donate what you can, anywhere from $5 to $250. Anything more than that will create an accounting nightmare for Dan. So $5 to $250. And if you believe in our cause, please go ask your neighbors to do the same. Look, I'm all in, but I need you with me. Thank you for being here today. It really, really does mean a lot. So let's go win this thing.